part of the statement that he made at the time, July, it's got July 2020, if that's accurate. He was asked, do you believe Black Lives Matter? As if anybody doesn't. Absolutely, I believe Black Lives Matter. A whole lot went into my decision, and part of it is my thought that kneeling or wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt does not go hand in hand with supporting black lives. I felt like just me personally and what it is that I believe, and standing on the stance that I do believe that Black Lives Matter, but I just felt that it was a decision I had to make. I didn't feel like putting that shirt on and kneeling went hand in hand with black lives. My life has been supported through the gospel. Everyone is made in God's image. How's that for a radical statement, my friends? And we all fall short of God's glory. Each and every one of us does things every day that we shouldn't do. We say things we shouldn't say. We shouldn't hate or dislike. Sometimes it gets to a point where we point fingers whose evil is worse. Sometimes it comes down to whose evil is most visible. I felt like I wanted to take a stand on we all make mistakes, but the gospel says there is grace for us. That's part of his statement. So I really, in light of you and Jack Hibbs last hour, I really do wonder, does secularism breed cowardice? And a lot of religious people were cowardly during this past 2 years too. But the people who stood out generally were religious. I'm religious, you're religious, Jack Hibbs is religious. So the obvious question, or an obvious, Jonathan, is, I know you can't, it's a tough question and you can't be fully open about it, but to the extent that you can, what was it like for you in the NBA being the one player to stand?
Well, it was hectic. Definitely in the moment of standing in a couple of hours that took place after it, going into the press conference and like you read, having that first question be, do you even believe that Black Lives Matter? It definitely caught me off guard, but it was just a hectic time, not only in the NBA bubble, but just in the world. I don't foresee or remember in my lifetime there being a moment in time as politically charged, as culturally divided or crazy as a moment in my life, at least, than during that Black Lives Matter, movement and rise of the organization. And so it was very hectic. I had a team meeting with my teammates the day after, and it was heated in there as well. They felt that that I was hijacking the movement or making it about me. But what I tried my best to get them to understand was that I wasn't trying to protest their protest. I was saying, I see the same things that you guys see. I see not only racism, but all the things that plague the heart of the men in our society. But that I feel that the solution to the problem is not wearing a T-shirt or kneeling for the national anthem. It's going to be giving an answer that's going to change the hearts of men, which is to me the gospel, because it's done just that for me. And so, it was just hectic, and that one moment doesn't really capitalize on how crazy everything was. And so what I tried my best to do in the story was really lay out the details of the behind the scenes, the conversations that I was having with, my friends and my family, my pastor the night before, that really led up to it.
The book that he's referring to is Why I Stand, and I strongly urge you to get it. He's showing it for those of you watching us on video. Sean, where do people go to see the show on video? Salem News Channel, so you can see my show on video. The book is up at DennisPrager.com, or just go straight to Amazon, Why I Stand. And I urge you to get it, if for no other reason than just to show support for Jonathan.